Hi guys, it's Angel from AngelSkyeTV, and I'm here today doing your weekly Medicine Tarot reading for the week of February 26th. I really hope you survived the solar eclipse yesterday. It was a doozy. I don't know if you felt that physically. Personally, I felt some really weird sensations throughout my body all day, and they seem to be like resonating directly in the chakras, which was really weird. Like, I'd never felt that type of feeling in my chakras before, and I can't really explain it other than it just felt like things were being pulled out or being moved around, and I was like, oh, what is this? These feelings. So I can't prove, obviously, that it was a solar eclipse, but I have a sneaky suspicion that it was. So today, I believe, one of the things I noticed in my astro planner, this is actually a local astrologer here in Halifax, MJ Patterson. She made these up this year, and I've been using them pretty frequently just to figure out what's happening in the planets, to sort of see, you know, if I notice any effects. First, I'll figure out, like, okay, what am I noticing, and then I'll check the book to see if it kind of makes sense in the interpretation. So today, one of the things I noticed was Mars is in opposition to Jupiter, which Mars is an aggressive planet. It's known as the action planet, or the yang. It has a lot of yang energy. And so if it's in opposition to Jupiter, Jupiter is a planet of expansion. So, there might be some aggressive happenings throughout the world globally, today or this week, for example. And so I just want to keep you sort of in the know about that. You might feel a little bit agitated, maybe. You can use the aggressive, action-based energy in a positive way, rather than allowing your mind to get to the point of frustration and anger. You can actually use that energy to drive projects or to drive new ideas. So the new moon was yesterday, and it is in Pisces. So new moons are a great time to start new projects. So, use the energy to your advantage rather than being a victim of the influences of the planets. You can actually, in my opinion, use them to help you. So we're also going to call on the angels and elementals to do our weekly reading. And so if you're at home, you can just close your eyes. If you have any questions at all, just bring them to your thoughts, to your heart. And I am going to pull the cards for this week. So the beginning of the week, middle of the week, and end of the week. So just put my cards up there. So the beginning of the week is the Ten of Summer, or the Ten of Cups, and it's really a great card that talks about family and friends and raising your children wisely. It talks about, that you're really fulfilled in life. So this might be a day that you're reflecting, the beginning of the week during the solar eclipse. You might be reflecting on everything that's working for you, and just feeling really emotional about it, almost like sort of like that influx of gratitude, that feeling of gratefulness. Also, I want to talk about the stones I'm working with today. This is a black tourmaline, and I have a couple of lovely specimens. This one here, this little guy, is one of my favorite. It's like a perfect, and this is not carved. This is just how it forms in the matrix. So I think you can see that. So black tourmaline. It also, this is sort of what it more commonly is seen as. And then I have a bunch of tumbled pieces that I got into the boutique. I love black tourmaline. It's so great for pulling out body aches and pains in the body. So if you were experiencing some of the pains, like there was one point in the day, I messaged my astrologer and I was like, dude, like, when exactly did the solar eclipse happen? Because I was like flat out, I couldn't move. It was right in the center, right where this stone is, right in the center of my chest. It was just a crazy feeling. I can't even describe it. I've never felt it before. And it started in the beginning of the day. The feeling that I had was at the base of my spine, like literally at the root, and it just kept going up all day. And it was really, really central. So it wasn't like to the side or this side. It was like, bam, right in the middle of my body. Now, I did forget to use black tourmaline, and if I would have remembered, I have a feeling that would have helped pass the sensations, especially the more painful one that I had midday. And because black tourmaline is super good for getting out muscle pains and even pains related to bones. And I did a class a while back where I do a blind test where I give my students stones. They don't know what stones, and then they connect to the messages of the stones. And I used a tumbled piece of black tourmaline and a raw piece, like so something like this one. And the lady that one of the students in the class got the exact same message from both stones. So I have had that question come up a lot, like, do stones, once they get tumbled, lose their potency or lose their powers? And that was an indication to me that I never thought that was the case, but I couldn't actually prove it. But for me, I've seen that replicated in my classes where the tumbled stones versus the raw pieces are very similar. I will say I do prefer the raw pieces. I'm not sure why. It's just a personal preference. So going back to the cards, midweek, the Sun card. This is my favorite card in all of the tarot. It's all about your plans working out perfectly. Amazing ideas lead to rewards. I'm just reading the little blurb on the card Doreen puts on her cards. And that you're very grateful. I love the Sun card because to me it's like just a card that indicates victory. It indicates things are working out, everything's flowing. And this is midweek, so this is looking really good. So again, starting the beginning of the week, full of gratitude, moving into the middle of the week, things are working out, everything's working out perfectly. And then close to the end of the week, it's saying to bring fun in everything you do. And they are saying by the end of the week, you're going to start to sort of, so that high at the beginning is going to come down a little bit. So just remember, and I do feel like, I'm not sure if it's because the weather might be improving, especially where I am at, that people are going to start to feel like, oh, you know, I'll do that a little bit later. And so things might pile up in terms of work-related things or school-related things. Things might start to pile up because you were more thinking more inward, more about your life, more about your feelings and how you feel. Because remember, the moon is in Pisces, so it is a time to go inward. But I am hearing that by the end of the week, you might feel like, oops, like I've left all this to the last minute and now I'm bombarded. So they're just saying, just make it fun, you know, multitask in a fun way. You know, you'll find that you'll enjoy all of these things more if you just do it with a light heart rather than, oh my God, it's the end of the world, I have so many things to do. Just do it with a light heart, multitask, have a little bit of fun, joke around if you can. And they are saying to bring more life into those toxic environments. I talk to many, many people who talk about this, that their workplace is toxic, but what are you doing to make that better? You know, it doesn't have to be that it's toxic and you go in with your protection stones and your sage bundle and get through the day. You know, you can actually lift the energy up by just being in a good space yourself rather than in a space of defensiveness. You can actually be in a space of power where you influence and you impact the environment around you. A lot of people don't realize that it is a choice wherever you go. And yes, if there's 10 people that are negative, the chances are that you, the positive one, will be, you know, dominated by that energy. But that doesn't actually, that's not total truth. you can go in with your super positive energy, and it doesn't mean trying to change people. It just means staying in a place of positivity, and because positive and negative can't be in the same place at one time. So if you stay brightly lit, everything will change around you. It's just the way the universe works. And so just remember that if you're going into your toxic environments, bring some allies like some stones and some plants. They're talking about have some plants on your desks to kind of pick the energy up. And your darker stones like black tourmaline not only takes things out of the body, but it also protects you. It also keeps you safe, and it takes away electromagnetic frequencies. So it has a similar effect as shungite and selenite, where they take away these electromagnetic frequencies that are literally everywhere in the world. And so you can put it by your computer, you can put it by your Wi-Fi to help tone those energies down that do negatively affect us. So grab some black tourmaline if you can. And looks like a really good week. Just remember, stay positive at the end of the week if you can. And tune in next week. I'm here again on every Monday. I post the video for the week. And if you like this video, please share it with your friends and subscribe to my channel. Talk to you soon. Okay, bye.